Huh. Ahem. Hello, guys. Morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. I wanna today. I just want to play chill game. What remains of Edith Finch? I think it's walking simulator or something. Interactive simulator. I guess. Oh wait. Can I move? Oh, I can move. Oh wait, I can't. Only the camera. All right.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Whoa. Whoa. What kind of house is that?
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside.
What the hell? Ultra, what the fuck? Jesus Christ.
Half the rooms.
Everything just fucking ultra. The hell? No wonder my YouTube is lagging.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
And no one picked it up?
I had to
Surprising
be
that
back since
the
my
mail
brother Lewis's funeral.
mail courier still still found this place. Hadn't been back since my brother left funeral. Oh, well.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough
Oh,
to
wait.
bring me back.
Am I supposed to go up or down? And whoa. Okay. Shift is zoom? Okay. So there really is no running. Just a walking simulator. Oh my god, there's so many ways. So lost.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the.
Graphic.
Too. The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent, as if they're about to say something but never do.
Okay. There's something there. A landmark. Missing. Oh. Oh, okay. I think this is the way, like the fork road. That a deer? Ah, I missed a deer. Could have been friends. So dark. No gamma. reticle.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
I'm so used to FPS. I need a reticle.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Who installed that part? What the fuck?
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
This is a horror game?
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
This is the garage, right? Okay.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
This is a garage. And there's still the car. Car? Boat? Can't tell.
The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years,
I'm back.
I felt like I was home.
He left everything here?
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Oh!
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Ah, cat. Of course. Never get tired of fish.
Only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
What
The
happened?
table was still a wreck from the night we left.
What happened? Like, books are everywhere. Wheelchair?
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
So, all of them want their grandma
Nothing in the
to
house
be with
looked
them
abnormal.
till the
There
end.
was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house
Edie?
after it sank.
Not Eddie? Edie? Okay.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Wrong.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest
Barbara
of the house.
Fitch. Oh,
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but
Milton.
she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
What happened to that night? Man, who put so many books?
After Milton disappeared,
Jesus
Mom
Christ.
sealed up all the bedrooms.
Oh man.
Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Open.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Are there whale sharks here?
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Oh. Why still no, if this house was been
I had no
abandoned,
idea where all this was gonna lead.
I don't know, dust and cobwebs.
I grew up looking at Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Molly.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Oh? Durable food. Wait. Are those shit?
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Oh my god, that's disgusting. We're not eating fish, right?
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Molly, you're such a fucked up little girl. Wow, she had her own
I kept
bathroom.
eating and eating.
The hell?
I ate a lot of things that night.
Wait, those are real? I thought they're plastic or something.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It
Eat
was a
the
barn
birds.
swallow going back to her nest.
This.
Mom, can I come out now?
She was locked?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
She was locked? What the hell? In her own room.
I reached out for her.
It's chained. Oh.
And suddenly, I was a cat.
I turned to a cat?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Hey birdie, coming. Gonna eat you. Wait.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Why are they old? Okay.
The babies were all gone.
Oh! What happened?
I jumped and I almost got her.
This, a little bungalow. Pizza.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Where's the bird?
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Jesus
I
Christ, Molly.
gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard
I think this is
little
her
teeth
dream or
nibbling
something,
in the
right?
grass. Rabbits.
Rabbits around? There.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons.
You just
I
eat
swallowed
a
him
rap.
up, and I didn't
Alive?
chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Was the rabbit killed or just swallowed alive? That's so fucked up.
A mama rabbit.
Where? Oh, I get to control it.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly,
Poor
I
mama
was a
rabbit.
shark.
Oh, now I'm in a shark in a forest. Oh, fuck. Boing. Oh. Wait. What? Okay. Roll. Oh.
I rolled
my
off a
God.
cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Ah.
Seal! Fat, juicy seals.
Poor seal.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
See him.
I grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water.
Oh,
When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
wait. What? I'm a tentacle now. The hell is happening?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Okay. What about here? What kind of monster is this anyway? Yeah, I don't think there's anything there. Okay, we're going here. Let's find some people to eat.
I was
There.
big, but I moved real quiet.
One down.
I wanted to stop, but all Also, I didn't.
Okay. Something's moving there. Oh. Someone's here. Got him. Gonna get in here.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto
Tunnel.
the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
We're in a sewer now. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There you go. Alright.
I got closer and closer.
Hey, this is my room.
All my stomach started growling.
Oh, my stomachs? What do you mean? How many
And
stomachs do you have?
I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be
Eaten.
delicious.
Nice fairy tale, Molly.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Saving.
I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
Where's Molly, though?
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Okay, getting in.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed.
Alright.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
Johan.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Okay.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
They had their own cemetery.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Okay. Oh. How do I get out of this? That was stupid.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
So that's the story of Odin. Just very
Even
short.
in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Wait, in this bathroom.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Ooh, a little room? How is this?
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Not a secret room. Oh. I think the toys were left.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
Why is this?
And that he never talked about him.
Man
I
sent
guess
it.
my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Whoa. Go
My
swing.
brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
I'm
Sam!
Whoa.
Dinner's ready.
Coming!
But that day, he
That's
finally
getting-
made up his mind to do it.
I'm getting nauseous.
I told him going around was impossible.
This is really dangerous.
Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Oh.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think
Man,
he's
that's
already
really
made up his mind.
dangerous.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Whoa! Whoa!
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Wait, did he die that way? Calvin dead?
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Okay.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Okay. This house really weird and fascinating.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Barbara.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Dreadful stories. Barbara
Of all the
Finch.
stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack. Okay. In
Old
beginner.
Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
Okay.
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been.
A has-been.
But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Oh.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd
Sven?
slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Oh.
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention
Damn, Walter.
was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
Oh.
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box.
What?
The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Okay, reaching.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was
Ah, that's how you open it.
She
Oh, it's happening.
and imagined the worst.
here is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hammold, who impaled and then ate his
Hookman
family
killer,
10 years
Dr.
ago that
Carl.
night.
Oh, it rattled and grew still.
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara!
Oh,
Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Okay. Oh. Walter.
Walter, are you there? Walter vanished, but his
Not here.
bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
I
Oh shit.
returned, saw the Hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Who is that? The Hookman? Get him.
Because he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
Go here.
Hadn't been opened in years.
Now it's open.
Just grow. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Let's finish him off. I knew it. He gone.
The Hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
What are those things?
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara,
Monsters?
it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen.
The real one?
She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. she had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all.
Can't do anything. That's a lot of monsters.
But that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Ear?
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Eerie tale. Sorry, Barbara and her ear.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
We go.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box. Edie's father, Odin, built the original house. It's funny. All those times I played with the music, whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Okay. I think we go up.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left. I wonder if that comic was right about there being a key inside the music box near the basement.
Yeah. One here. Oh, it opened.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I
Ben.
wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
So dark.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Yes, I can barely see anything.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
The basement?
She said
Getting
after
deeper.
Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a
Bunker?
pattern in all these
Shelter?
stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
What is this?
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today.
What is that?
I
Mushroom?
always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Another
Even a
food.
monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Another mushroom to eat.
And then one day, everything just
What?
stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week
Summer
now,
food.
the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Ah, here.
I know
Really
it's out
creepy.
there somewhere.
Even here, there are a lot of books.
Whatever killed Barbara
Whatever.
and Molly and Calvin.
You gotta pay for
Maybe
it.
this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
Woo! It's train.
Whatever's out there,
Train track.
I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm
Get
going
up.
to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single
Man,
week.
you walk so slow.
I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Train! Ah! Killed himself with train.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Alright, Walter.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Oh, it's just a painting. That's not really like a window.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Ah, this is the one he broke.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Too dark.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two.
Okay, we'll follow the tunnel.
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself.
I'm pretty sure
Thought
there's
it
no
would
more
happen
train,
to
right?
everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a
Yeah,
family
was it
curse.
so different?
We made it real.
Hey, this reminds me the
I
plant
don't
in
know if I should
Far
even
Cry.
be writing this.
One of the ingredients of those sections.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Alright guys. I'm gonna AFK for a bit. Okay? I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Oh. All
But
of
I
them
thought you
met
should know about your
an
family.
fortunate demise. What? Huh? Oh.
And the history you're a part of.
That's a big fucking move.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
I'm out of the house already?
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Yeah.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
This is the cemetery?
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
What? What'd you do?
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Right. Barbara, Walter, Ben, Calvin, Molly.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
So did that house drifted or it was built there and just got swallowed by water?
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Damn
Her dad had
Finch.
been pretty strict, but it wasn't
Gregory.
enough to save
Gus.
her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Huh? Gregory. Who are these?
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I
Ah.
get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Louis, Sanjay, Kumar. Who's Sanjay? Elton.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
What the hell? What with those pixels?
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
In 2 weeks pregnant. here? Oh,
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
ooh, new one. His grandpa?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
I'm over here, Dad.
Oh,
What?
look at me, Don.
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
Did you want to get a picture of me or what?
Where are you? Oh,
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though. Aw.
oh shit! Body? No, it's not. I thought it's a body. What am I supposed to take
Definitely
pictures?
should not have drunk all that coffee. Nothing
Oh.
quite like being outside. Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Alright, got ample supplies.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map. Don, don't
Okay.
you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Nothing. Taking picture of fish.
Let's see. Maybe.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Now what?
Dad,
Let me get behind you. want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
Oh
Great
dear.
shot, Don.
Ah, that was.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
That was funny.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
That was unfortunate. Well, that's what you get when you play with life and death. Sometimes it bites you in the ass.
After Sam
Or,
died,
you know,
my mom and Edie got
throw you
really
in a cliff.
close. They'd both lost a lot.
Divorce?
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh
Damn.
when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Oh! A duck. A
I
frog?
think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Woo! Whoosh whoosh ducky. Come here. It's following me. Oh wait. Oh, okay.
It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello?
No more water.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Greg.
Look at the shadow of it.
I wish he could have told us.
Oh no. Don't.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Love, Sam. Poor little baby. Edie. I haven't sent Edie yet.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem
Gus?
for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met one, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Okay. Yeah. What am I missing? Oh.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Oh.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Where are the people?
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Mm-hmm. Oh shit.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Is that how she died? Out Gus?
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus. My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Hmm. Okay.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Now what? Another way to go? Huh?
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Where do you go?
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Where am I supposed to go? What about that part? I can't. Same. Ah, here it is.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
Whoops. Can't
When
go
my
there.
dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
That's why they installed
And for
that
a while,
weird tower.
things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Castle? All right. This. Milton.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Okay. The controls are really weird. A bit clunky. Doing a door? Passage? Milton.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
So he just disappeared in that painting of his? Oh, here it is.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Now where do
Whatever
we...
Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
God damn this house. Is this feasible? Looks like very frail looking design. Could have been blasted off with a typhoon or something.
Louis's room smelled very,
That was so flimsy
very
to look at.
familiar. That part of him lived on.
Dawn.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Louis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Oh.
He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior.
Decapitate!
His mind began to...
Okay.
Wonder.
Oh. I was like, what is this?
I asked him to describe it. He said he started
I'm walking
small,
too, while cutting fish heads.
imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
What are those things? Dragon
And
bones?
things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously.
Okay. Go here.
I had hoped he'd find himself.
What's this here?
But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery,
Follow the red
I
carpet.
spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Ooh, doggy! Come on, doggy.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
That's stupid.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
Following him now. What is sorcerers? Mage?
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery.
So their
But his
dojo
talking was as reliable as ever.
uh,
Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his
he's
imagination.
getting all of the people.
So he could do whatever he wished.
Oh, he's a king.
He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering.
He's going away now. He won't be a king anymore? I thought he's a king.
It became a game for him.
Oh.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis.
He's a friend?
He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Oh, is that the mother?
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
Handsome queen, beautiful prince.
handsome queen.
Let's go simp for the queen.
The queen was on her own quest for
what?
Sinister serpents.
He's looking for a fight.
He followed the sound of her silver harp.
Hard to
His
do
chase led him to a golden palace east of the
game at
sun and
once.
west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. but he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
There it is. That's soldiers.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me.
Gonna do.
It was hard to argue with him.
Eh?
He began to forget the world we know.
Wow. This is where all these fish come from?
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Oh.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Now what do I do?
I still thought I could save him.
Oh.
Even
can't?
after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
They were wearing the same clothes, just different colors.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
I'm going down a
There's only
throne.
one thing left to do. Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
He was cut.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Oh, come on. How about here? Oh. Get up there. Exit.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Is this the end? The book was almost full. Except some of the...
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Edith. I missed some of the characters, I guess?
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith,
What?
You're excused.
Edie is so...
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles.
What?
When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Haven't been here? Who lights up all these candles?
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
It's low tide. Get to
in
there?
an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
I'm gonna go
I
there.
never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Oh. Just go straight.
I got turned around. I started seeing things.
Here. Not seeing anything.
Things
Except
I'd
a deer.
forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but
Is
that
this
I
a diff-
need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
Oh no.
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Oh.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
What? What happened?
After that, we moved around a lot.
She killed herself or something?
We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by.
So?
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
She died too. With this family and death. You have strong
She got better for
bond
a
with
while.
death.
And then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you.
Huh?
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Oh. Wait, I'm gonna go?
This journal was supposed to be for you.
Who's you? Who's me?
But now I hope you'll never see it.
Well,
I just want
I
to
already
meet
see it.
you. And tell you all these stories myself.
Oh, wait.
But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want
This
you
is
to
the
be sad. that
daughter
I'm
of Edith?
I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Ah. Wait, I missed some of the characters, I guess. House still standing though. Ah, that. Almost 2 hours. Early Dallas. In Dallas. Oh, this is. I felt like where kids are staff. So these are when they were kids. Finish all stories. I think I miss out a lot of things here. I don't know what. See Johan's name in the ending credit. What? That's weird. Gus, Don, Gregory. Man. A weird story. Like they all just died. Not in a horrible way. Some are just unfortunate. Like they all died. Like are they cursed or something? There's never like supernatural thing, right? So yeah, some also died weirdly, like Barbara, like happened to her. Also Milton. Is it Milton? Like he paint and then he went to the painting? Ah. It's all the staff. All of them just to make this 2-hour walking simulator? Oh, there's more. I'll play testers. Loving memory of Louis Finch. Wait, is she real? No, it's not right. Team Edit Edith. Don Lewis. Edie. And sorry. Did I miss out some? Not available. Select Edith to play from the beginning. Alright guys. Been a short stream. Ah man. That game. I want to go to YouTube and see what I miss, and you know, explain some of the bizarre death of some of them. I feel weird. Feels weird how they did. I never seen what Edie? Dawn? Sanjay? Is that yeah, Dawn and Edie. Right? Yeah. Miss out some. Pretty sure. Eddie and Dawn. Oh well. Hey guys. Gotta end the stream. Maybe I'll look for some games to play. Or maybe I don't know. I don't know what to do next. Maybe build it. We'll see. Anyway. Good morning. Good afternoon, good evening. Eat your food. Eat some delicious food. Drink water, soda, or beer, whatever. Just hydrate yourself. Relax. Play some games. Read books. Or just go out, touch grass. Give yourself a good rest. Thank you for watching. See you again.